Here we are in section 4.2, exercises part A, with the solutions to numbers 1 through 6. Looks like these are some review problems from back in chapter 2. It looks like these are some review problems from back in chapter 3. Number 1. Two numbers add up to 57, and the first is 23 bigger than the second. What are the two numbers? We're looking for two numbers, so we need two variables. We've got a first and a second number that we're looking for, so let's pick F and S, first and second. It says here two numbers add up to 57. That gives us an equation. These two numbers, F and S, add up to 57. So there's F plus S has to equal 57. We have an equation, but it's not down to just one variable, so we can't solve for it yet. So let's see what it tells us. It tells us that the F is 23 bigger than is a plus sign, plus the second. That tells us enough information to plug that in for what F is. Good. Now we have 23 plus S plus this S equals 57. And hey, this is a happy equation. We know how to solve this guy. It's 23 plus S, that's 2S, equals 57. We combine all the like terms together. Let's put it over here and solve it. 23 plus 2S equals 57. All right, the S's are all combined together on the same side, so all we have to do is get rid of everything else. So subtract 23 from both sides, and we get 2S equals 34. Last one, divide by 2. And divide by 2, so we get S equals 17. Oh, marvelous. If S equals 17, that's the second number. This tells us how to get the first one. The first is 23 bigger than the second, so the first number has to be a 40. So 40 and 17, and you'll notice you could have done that over here. If two numbers add up to 57, the second must have been, well, it's 17, so subtract 17 from 57 and you would get 40. Let's check our answer. And there we have it. 17 and 40 are the two numbers. Good. An international phone call costs 35 cents to connect and 12 cents for every minute to call. How long can a person talk for $303.60? So how many minutes is what we're looking for? So let's go through and think. Okay, so we need 12 cents, that's $0.12. And 35 cents, that's $0.35. Good. And this is the total amount. And we need a variable. How long? Let's do M for minutes. So let's think through and translate. So the cost is 35 cents plus 12 cents for every minute. So 0.12 for every minute. And the cost is going to be $3.60. There we go. Let's stick that in there. So $3.60, 3.6, equals 0.35 plus 0.12 m. Hey, we now have an equation. We translated it, and we know how to solve this guy. The m's are all together on one side, so we can just peel off, subtract 0.35, subtract 0.35, and we get 0.12 m equals, let's pull out that calculator, 3.6 minus 0.35 equals 3.25. And the way to get m by itself, how is that attached with the times? Yes, so divide by 0.12. Divide by 0.12. And we get m equals, oh boy, I'm going to need that calculator again, 3.25 divided by 0.12 equals 27.08. So 27.083 and went on forever. So that's 27.083 minutes. We just round it to that. 27 minutes is how long they can talk. Let's check our answer. 27 minutes. They rounded to the nearest minute. Number 3, a 52-meter rope. So a rope here is 52 meters. Okay. It's cut somewhere, chop, right there, so that one piece is 18 meters longer than the other. What are the lengths of the pieces? So we've got to find out how long these are. We need to figure out a variable. So obviously if we find the length of 1 as like x, then this guy is 18 meters longer than x. Well, good. So if this guy's x, this guy's 18 meters longer than x. Now, do we have an equation out of this picture here? Yeah, look, we can take that one, x plus 18 plus x, and that equals your 52. And we're back to a happy math equation. X and x, we know how to solve this guy. Put those two x's together. So we have 2x plus 18 equals 52. Okay, let's put that over here and let's solve that. 2x plus 18 equals 52. All the x's are together on the left-hand side, so we can subtract 18 from both sides. Subtract 18 from both sides, and we get 2x equals 34. Get rid of the 2 by dividing by 2, and we get x equals 17. So the first one is 17, and then what's the second one then? Well, what's 18 bigger than 17? 35. And if they go to meters, we're in meters, we better have 35 meters and 17 meters. Let's check that answer. 17 meters and 35 meters indeed. Number 4. Here we have an original price of $292.50 and a discount of 20%. So this gives us the original price, and the discount means we don't actually need a variable. We just need to know how it runs. A discount is a subtraction. That's good. So this 20%, remember 20% of what? Percents also always need to be of something, and it will be of that original price. So 20% as a decimal is 0.20 times of 292.50. Okay, so once we get this, what will happen? Well, that will tell us how much we get discounted from, which is a subtraction sign, 292.50. So it'll take that original 292.50 and subtract off 20% of that 292.50. Let's pull out the calculator and punch that in. 292.5 minus 0.2 times 292.5. By order of operations, these two must multiply together first, and our calculator will remember that if we stick it in correctly. And we get that it will equal $234. Let's double check our answer. And we get $234. Good. Number 5. The original price is not given, but there's a discount, which is again subtraction, of 40%. Now this 40% is 40% of what? Not the final price that's given, but the original price up here. The final price then after we subtract off 40% is $73.90. So we're going backwards, trying to find the original price, which means we need a variable. Let's put a P in there for price. So the original price starts, and then we subtract off 40% of the original price, and we get $73.90. Good. Hey, this is a happy math equation. We know how to solve this guy for P. Put these two P's together. 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6 P equals 73.90. How do we get that P by itself? Get rid of the 0.6. It is multiplying. So 0.6, 0.6, and the original price is, let's get our calculator, 73.90 divided by 0.6. And that equals 123.1666, so we can round to 123.17 if we round to the nearest penny. Alrighty, let's look at it, see if we got the right answer. 123.17. Good. And number 6, the perimeter of a rectangle is 82 centimeters. If the length of the rectangle is 6 more than 4 times the width, what are the dimensions of the rectangle? Okay, let's find our data. We've got the perimeter is 82. Let's write that down. P equals 82. The length of a rectangle, let's draw our picture so we can write up here what the length and the width are. It says the length, L, and the width here is, that goes to an equal sign, 6 more than is a plus sign, 4 times the width, 4W. L equals 6 plus 4W. Then it says, what are the dimensions of the rectangle? Well, this is a formula shape. We do know what that formula is. Perimeter. Let's write out that formula. Perimeter is 2L plus 2W. That will come out of your textbook if you have forgotten it. Let's put in what we know. 82 goes in for the P, and then 2 times L, so 2, and let's times all of the L. We know what the L is. It's 6 plus 4W. 6 more than 4 times the width, and then we add 2W. So there it is in the formula. Look at that. That's a happy math equation. We know how to solve that guy. Let's distribute to remove the parentheses, and we get 82 equals 12 plus 8W, plus that 2W on the end. We have multiple W's around, so we need to combine those together. 8W and 2W, that's 10W. 82 equals 12 plus 10W. Now the W's are all together on the same side of the equation. We need to get rid of these numbers, the 12 and the 10. How do we get rid of the 12? We subtract it. Subtract 12, and we're left with 70 equals 10W. And how do we get rid of that 10? It is timesing the W, so we divide it. And we get W equals 7. Good! That's one of them that we need, but we need to find both the dimensions. So if W equals 7, then we have that the length is 6 more than 4 times the width. So 4 times the width is 28 plus 6. The length is 34. And let me see, is this in meters or centimeters or inches? Oh, there it is right there. 82 centimeters was the perimeter. So this length, is that going to be centimeters or centimeters squared? Or centimeters cubed? Oh, these are just lengths, so they will just be in centimeters. Let's double check our answer. 7 centimeters by 34 centimeters. That is correct. Good.